So often we think our time is coming as if it's only way off into the future that's awaiting us to arrive. And that's where our happiness is hanging out. Or we're so quick to fast forward through everything happening right now just to get to that desired state, but end up being blind to recognizing that the time you have is actually now. You may want to fast forward through all that is just to get to the end, when there's never an end. Don't sleep on the time that is now. All those big dreams and goals that you're working towards and wanting to come into fruition are happening now. Your time isn't just when you achieve that dream, reach the finish line, or make that huge transition. Your time is now. It's the journey that makes your arrival so delicious, miraculous, and nothing short of spectacular. What happens when you operate in this energy instead of just longing for what you want to be? What happens when you move and maneuver from a place of reveling and marveling in the now? That's exactly what we're getting into this episode, because I believe it with my whole being. Your time is now. Don't delay your happiness. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Don't delay your happiness. Happiness should not have a goal date on it. We love to play the I'll be happy when game. While there's nothing wrong with looking forward to the new phases of our lives, and we should, it's important to have things to look forward to, but don't base your happiness on conditions changing or achieving that next level of success. Achieving your goals is not the price you need to pay in order to be happy. Your happiness is right here where you stand. Encouragers unite! This is for you if you don't have the positive support you need to chase your dreams while doing all the things. Or maybe you just need those positive vibes from other positive people doing positive things. You want to do self-improvement together to be great throughout all the areas of your life. If this is you, you found your tribe. I go live once a month, and this is also where we collaborate because together we can do so much more. Join now, and you get to help me create a community we love that serves and supports us in all the right ways. Let's build it together in the Encouragers Unity. We can all use more encouragement in our lives, so click the link in show notes to get started now, and I'll see you inside. In the midst of doing all the things, you can do all things and chase your dreams. Stay encouraged as we go on this journey called life, tackling everything that comes our way while we shine our light despite any circumstances we face. No more downplaying or dimming your light, because through the good, the bad, and everything in between, together we can encourage over everything. Encourager, can you hardly believe we are already at the end of August? With the month and days winding down, before we know it, we'll hit that fourth quarter. So it's time to go hard in the paint, because I want you to finish 2022 in an amazing space, way much further along and where you plan to be. My wish for you is to keep building that momentum within your week and in your August energized, proud of the progress you made, and fired up to get even closer to your dreams. Yes! Time is so relative because it's so many things all at once. It's fast, slow, going nowhere and everywhere all at the same time. It's easy to have your head down in that season of grind and focused on the end result. This can cause you to be so future focused that you may not even be awake at this time that is happening right now. Don't get me wrong, the destination, it's absolutely amazing. but it can lack its luster if you aren't present or awake on the journey to actually get there. We all love those started from the bottom, now we're here. We love those stories. And Drake, I love you for that line. I use it all the time. But we love all of those stories of the humble beginnings. They're always so incredible because it really just reminds us of our own humble beginnings and that we have all of the same ingredients to have our own happily ever after. Each step leading to greater steps and seasons are so inspiring. It may not always be prevalent at the time, but looking back in the rear view has many gems that once looked like plain old gravel. Now you can see all the sparkles from the light hitting just right. But on the road to achieving your dreams, we're groomed to believe in being so laser focused on the future that it can make us blind to the riches that we have right now. We often think that once we achieve a certain level of success, it will unlock the ultimate happiness and everything will be easier there. It's as if you have to sacrifice everything now in order to achieve the level of happiness you really want. I just happen to believe that there's another way. You don't have to achieve your dreams and goals in order to reap the benefits of happiness. In fact, if this is the position you take, it's going to be an even longer road. It'll just feel longer because there's no joy along the way. So don't delay your happiness. Let's say that again for the people in the back. Don't delay your happiness. Happiness should not have a goal date on it. We love to play the I'll be happy when game. I'll be happy when the kids go back to school or move out of the house. I'll be happy when I get a new job or that promotion. I'll be happy when my business is up and running. I'll be happy when I get married or in a relationship. I'll be happy when people stop getting on my nerves. I mean, I may or may not have said that a time or two. But you know how it is. While there is nothing wrong with looking forward to the future, looking forward to those new phases of our lives, and we should. It's important to have things to look forward to, but don't base your happiness on conditions changing or achieving that next level of success. Achieving your goals is not the price you need to pay in order to be happy. Your happiness is right here, right where you stand. You can be happy now, in the thick of it, in the beginning, the messy middle, through the turbulent transitions and endings disguising as new beginnings. Your time is now. Training wheels and all. Your time right now of learning, making adjustments, tripping, and in the moments of being embarrassed, but progressing, falling, getting up, succeeding, absolutely all of it. Open your eyes to all the beauty and wonder that is now. Enjoy the journey. This time that you're in is so very special. You may not be where you dreamed of, but your dreams are being built off of where you are. If you weren't in this space, you wouldn't have filled in your dreams and that destination with as much color and texture and 5D effects. Remember when 3D was a thing? Now we done leveled up to 5D. So be grateful for this time and space. There's so much to be grateful for right here and now. You are worthy of self-care every day, not just on a Sunday. As you do all the things and chase your dreams, self-care has to be a major part of your day-to-day life. Giving yourself what you need is the key to being able to give everybody else what they need. If you are having a hard time making sure your self-care is on your list, get all the deets in the Encourager's Insider Guide to Self-Care. These free, easy DIY tips for simple ways to make self-care a part of your daily routine, plus some bonus goodies. Get your free Encourager's Guide to Self-Care because you deserve to be a priority on your list. Grab it right on the blog or theshow.encourageovereverything.com/self-care freebie. No more being last on your list. Grab it today and give yourself the gift of self-care. One of my favorite Adam Sandler movies is Click. Spoiler alert, if you haven't already seen it, it's a goodie, and I'm really going to try not to give away too much, but definitely check it out. He basically gets this remote control to his life, and in the movie, you get to see the effects of how he chooses to use it. I love this movie because while it sounds like a super dope way to skip the things you don't want to deal with, it'll cost you. And sometimes the cost is way too great. Don't fast forward so much in your life that you miss out on all the wonderful things that are in the now. Your time isn't just when you make it. Your time is now in the making it, okay? Be happy now while the kids are still at home, in your current job and working on that promotion, getting your business up and running. Right now while you're single, but in a relationship with yourself. Hello. And by all means, even when people get on your nerves, don't give them the power of determining your happiness, because your happiness is all based on you. I love this quote from Brenna Anastasia. Stop waiting for Friday, for summer, for someone to fall in love with you, for life to begin. Happiness is achieved when you stop waiting for it and make the most of the moment you are in right now. You see, there is a reason why we can't skip time. You need this time to develop. I remember my coach telling me if we got everything we wanted right when we wanted, we'd be exhausted. I mean, can you imagine? You think you tired and don't have time to enjoy everything now? Please. It would be in ludicrous speed, and you wouldn't enjoy that either. You don't get to arrive and be equipped to handle what's required at that level without all the skills and the experience from the reps you put in. It takes time to develop, and this time that you're given, it's a gift. Now becomes the memories you hang on to when the time is long gone. And at some point, that may be all you have left. Be present now. Bask in these days of the tedious task, the day in and day out repetition, even the ones that are a little less enjoyable. Find the joy, or like my mentor Brendan Burchard says, bring the joy. Be awake in your life. Just like you shouldn't drive half asleep, don't live your life half asleep. Make a decision today to be present, to feel the days, to take in all the smells, the touch, the way it felt to receive that hug today, or have that conversation when you knew that person had been listening to you. They actually heard you. Even the laughs and what made you crack up, all the moments that caught you off guard, those count too. I actually love the moments when my son or my daughter come into my room or wherever I am in the house and they want to talk to me or give me a hug or a kiss. Do you ever have those moments when you're in flow, like you are working on something, you are so focused and deep into what you're doing, and then boom, someone stops you to get your undivided attention? Be honest. Are you lightweight annoyed that you're being bothered while you're in flow? Remember my favorite question right now. Do you want to be annoyed or grateful? Be grateful. They thought of you and acted on it. They didn't just have the thought and let it pass them by. They thought of you, came to see you, talk to you, and share a moment of affection. How blessed are you? Blessed to be thought of. Blessed to have someone come to give you some love and be loved by you. Embrace these moments. Lean into these moments. Seek some refuge. Seek some refuge in these moments. Be rejuvenated by these moments. The more details you can remember about today, the more you know you were present and touched by the day. When you have those days where it's all a blur and then it turns into more days of blurred lines, you miss out on all the beauty and riches life offers you every single day. Be present in the now. As you go forward, moving closer to your dreams, do so from the space of marveling in the now, enjoying the season you're in, all the creativity, your efforts going into building something magical, all sparks more joy, which goes right into everything that you touch. Your relationships do not go on pause while you're becoming. As you marvel in the now, you get to enjoy the space your relationships are in now too. So take this as a friendly reminder not to lose sight of your relationships while you're moving towards your dreams. Otherwise, they'll be in a complete disarray when you arrive at your desired destination. Make time for your relationships, all of them. Make time for brunch with your girls. Go to the game with your boys. Plan date night. Get that massage. Because yes, that relationship with yourself also requires effort, which is why self-care is so key. If you focus all your attention on where you're going, you can lose all the things that are important to you, and they won't be in healthy shape when you actually want to be in that space of arriving and thriving, which is the whole reason that you came. You don't have to sacrifice yourself or your relationships in order to achieve your dreams. Take this moment to envision you celebrating achieving your dreams. Don't you see all the smiling faces of those celebrating with you? The genuine smiles because they feel important along your journey. They can celebrate your success because they lived right next to you as you built it. How much more rich will your relationships be? All because you invested in them and made them a priority while you invested in the priority of your dreams. You can show up to celebrations as your best self, glowing from the inside out because you are rested, feeling your best, and because you've been moving and fueling your body in the best ways, and you've been journaling and feeling stress-free. You are actually awake to every single moment and taking it all in. For as beautiful as the destination is, so is the journey getting there. The sights you see here will create long-lasting memories of what was. You may even long for these much simpler times of your grand rising. Don't spend so much time getting ready for what will be that you lose sight of what you already have right here and now. Don't take these moments for granted. Instead, marvel in them. Bask in each day by recognizing the blessings this day is awarding you. Look for the good now. Be grateful for the good now. Feel the good now. And this is a key component in the recipe for being happy now as well as later when you're standing in that space of achievement. You don't want to find yourself there and realize you didn't have to wait to be happy because happiness has been yours all along. Your time is now to encourage over everything. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm throwing virtual confetti right now to celebrate you for finishing today's episode. And if you happen to share this with 2 or 3 friends, let me thank you in advance for being a true encourager and spreading positivity. We all know we need some more encouraging messages out there. Please leave a review, light me up with some stars, and share your feedback as I love hearing from you. Also, check out the show notes for today's sponsors and all the ways to stay connected. You can give me a follow on Instagram at Encourage Over Everything, or DM me and tell me your favorite quotes or even topics you'd like to see covered on upcoming episodes. I'm super duper excited to share the launching of our new community, the EOE After Party. Join in to keep the conversation going, connect with other fellow encouragers, and support one another on these topics covered in this episode. Head on over to the EOE After Party. It's a free space where we can connect and support one another as we chase our dreams while doing all the things, because together we can encourage over everything.